Already, we're live. Play the video. Play the opener.
What's up, Trash Talkers? Here at Veteran Trash Talk, we actually vet our sponsors. We don't just take their money and run like a butter bar lieutenant lost on a land nav course. Are you finally ready to plant your flag and claim your territory? Maybe it's time to use that VA loan to buy a home. Or hell, maybe you're looking to refinance and put some extra cash in your pocket for more questionable life decisions. Either way, the Veterans Mortgage Source, powered by Canopy Mortgage, has your six. Look, buying a home or refinancing can feel like getting overrun on a bad op. Chaotic, confusing, and full of obstacles that make no damn sense. That's where Corey and his team come in. They're like the QRF of home loans, ready to pull you out of the chaos and guide you to the best program for you. And trust me, they'll answer all your questions. Yeah, even the dumb ones. Whether you're a salty vet or fresh out of barracks still trying to figure out where your TA-50 went. Great service, solid rates, and a team that actually understands the military life. That's why all of us here at Veteran Trash Talk trust them to do right by every veteran and their family. Ready to lock it in? Give Corey a call or shoot him a text at 808-699-7874. That's 808-699-7874. Don't wait. Unless you like overpaying and getting treated like an FNG. The Veterans Mortgage Source is powered by Canopy Mortgage, LLC. All loans are subject to credit and property approval.
What's up, Trash Talkers? Listen, it's impossible to fight, okay, if you don't know what you're fighting for. Does that make sense? Like, if you're in the dumps and you're struggling with mental health, things of that nature, it's going to continue tearing you down, all right? Because you're consistently trying to fight something, which is that demon, which is usually something from the past, right? Maybe that why needs to be fighting for your future. Let that be your why. Get the hell up and start fighting for your future. Stop fighting things that happened in the past. Easier said than done, right? Go seek help. It's okay not to be okay. A lot of people need to hear this. You are more of a warrior and a fighter if you stand up and say, hey, this has to stop. I need to go seek help. The stigma, everything has changed. It's okay not to be okay.
And so my honesty cap is dedicated to a little, we'll call it a public service announcement for civilians and other people in the military. There are a few people that you should always take their stories with a grain of salt. Vegans, CrossFitters, and special operations guys that tell you that they were special operations without being prompted. The first thing they say is, yeah, I used to be soft. Right. The only unicorn in that entire group is like a special operations guy that was like a vegan and did CrossFit. That guy's probably going to stay quiet for a little bit longer because he's confused as what he should talk about first. And that's the only reason. Right. Anybody that says that they were soft without being prompted or without it being like a normal part of your communications is probably either an enabler or going to tell you a bunch of stuff that's not exactly true.
What's up, Trash Talkers? Hitting you up this morning with a special promo on how to dress when you are doing PT in civilians, but you want everybody to know you're an Army. This comes from the Buddy Beckwith fashion design of how to work out. So first, you can notice the RI panties. Not Ranger panties, but Ranger Instructor panties. The green socks, the knee brace for the old guys. Don't forget the M frames. Now the shirt, don't wear the Trash Talk shirt while you're running. This is just for the promo. You want to put on like an 80-second shirt or like your favorite airborne shirt so everybody knows that you're a veteran. That's the most important thing. and you start with this stretch. Buddy Beckwith taught me this one. Ready to go.
This is the Veteran Trash Talk Hour, hosted by Nick, Dave, and Buddy. Real warriors making fun of other real warriors. Try to not get triggered.
What's up, Trash Talkers? What is up, Gruntworks Nation? Welcome to Season 2, Episode 25 of the Trash Talk Hour. Special guest today is retired Air Force veteran Dan Horgan. And as usual, I'm here with Buddy and Nick. What's up, y'all?
Dude, I'm pumped.
Oh, I
I'm
did
pumped.
Happy
I
birthday,
had a
Nicholas.
question
Should we
about
say a
Dan's
quick happy
name at
birthday
that-
to you?
Like I'm supposed
No?
to do Dan's intro, and I was like, "Is the H silent? Is it Oregon, or is it Oregon?"
No.
It would be
with an
way
H.
cooler if it was Dan Oregon. You could go into a completely other profession.
Hard
You
H.
could.
Hard H. Oregon.
Good catch.
Oregon.
What's what? Oh no, the H is silent. It's Oregon. Like
Yeah, there's an umlaut over
they
it.
call me the big
know.
Oregon.
Umlaut.
That's
Yeah. No,
I'm
yeah,
curious
I'm
about
pumped.
you.
It's my cold cuts birthday. All right, turning 44. So like 44, that's me. All right, get some cold cuts. The old Icky Woods commercial. Don't know if you're tracking that, buddy.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about right now.
You don't know what Icky Woods is? You don't remember the cold cuts commercial? Come on.
No.
Back in the day.
I'm
But
from Alabama. We had Brian Baloney. That's what we did. So that was our cold cut. We had one. It was that or that ham that's square and comes in a little plastic thing.
ooh, yeah.
Bologna
yeah,
has
yeah.
the worst meat ever.
Okay,
You can
first
fry
of
it.
all,
It's not bad.
we're starting off real hot right now.
We just
I
did
don't
this
know what
last
you're
week.
doing with your bologna, my
Did-
man, but you throw that bologna on a smoker with a little mustard and some dry rub. Woo! Shit. I got you.
Well, I'm also really pumped because I've been trying to get Dan on the show for like 2 years, and we finally found something that got him motivated to get him on the show. Like,
There was a catalyst.
yeah, I'm like, ooh, he bit. Oh, I might be able to get him on the show. I was actually really excited when you commented on our show once when Sean was on. Sean Haggerty was on.
Yeah. Well, and you
Yeah.
had Damon on too, right?
Yeah, Damon.
Yeah.
You commented when Damon was on. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, we're starting to get him. We're gonna get him in here pretty soon. We got him. We got him.
You know,
So I'm
back in
pumped.
like the America Coffee's day, it was like a diva status.
We've had many coffee companies on here too. So
yeah.
Yeah, quite a few.
We even stood up for you guys when you were facing the political turmoil from the Brovets.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
Like, it's just it was just a bet, guys. Like, it's okay.
not to mention, if do you not like your coffee with just a little bit of bitterness in it? So yeah, all right. Put some sugar in it. A little
Yeah.
cream. It's fine. Black Rifle Coffee Company makes all kinds of delicious brews.
Right.
Even some with a little bit of more political bitterness. Have some.
They
of
said
that.
they like Obama. Oh, I guess I can't drink their coffee then. Nope.
I know, that was the craziest
I
shit.
know.
Huh?
Well, that's
Nothing
what
keeps you
Tesla.
awake like Black
Right?
Rifle Coffee and politics.
Tesla's dealing with it now, right? I'm gonna key your Tesla. I don't like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Which
they care so much
is
about the environment, they
insane
just
to
burn
me.
lithium.
yeah. We're
It's
gonna.
pretty solid.
He was.
Anyway.
At least Kid Rock when we had the tranny fluid situation, with Bud Light, like, at least Kid Rock bought the beer and then shot it. Like,
Yeah.
like he still paid for it. I mean, if you
You know,
want to burn a
it's always
Tesla,
been-
buy it.
Here's the question. Here's
Buy
the
it and
thing.
then burn it.
It's
I
always.
mean, we've
been
had our shirt
mind-blowing
burned with
to
a
me.
flamethrower.
That's the thing. It's always been mind blowing to me about all of the boycotts where
Shout out
people
to
are,
what
like,
was her name?
mad
Brittany?
at somebody,
Oh.
so
I
they
forgot her
burn,
name.
burn their Nikes or they burn their jersey or whatever. Like, you already bought it, you dumbass. They already have the money for it.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
you're
like,
not
wait,
paying
yeah.
at all.
don't get me started on the marketing side because I love the well, hey, your shit's made in China or something, and it's like, look at what you're wearing right now. Are you gonna tell me everything that's on your body is American made?
Nope.
Yeah.
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 Buddy
it's
and I
like,
just talked
relax,
about that last week,
Francis,
and I'm
like,
not
I get it.
gonna throw out any names, but there's an apparel company out there as well. They got a lot of heat for that because they were literally ripping off the tags and putting new tags on them and stating that they were made in the US when it was
Well, I
probably next level shirts that were made in Pakistan. Like,
the last time I was in
just saying.
France, I was watching a thing. They had like some freaking environmental protesters, whatever. They went into the Louvre and like threw paint all over the Louvre, which is covered anyway. So it's
Right.
a ridiculous protest. But anyway, they threw paint all over the
Got
Louvre.
your attention.
And then took their they took their shirts on and they had these T-shirts that had like, stop oil or whatever, and stood there and other thing. And I was just like, how insane are you that there's no way that you got to the Louvre without an airplane, flying, driving, whatever.
Isn't there petroleum in your shirt too?
You didn't Amish. Well, hold on. You didn't just Amish your way there. You've already used oil to get
Right.
there. You're wearing a cotton blend shirt that's got polyester in it, so that's got oil in it. Like you're also wearing a shirt that you made to use one time for this protest, and then you're gonna throw it away. Which, if you're gonna talk about like the fashion environmental, like how many clothes we throw away, like it's gotten so bad that even like poor African kids are like, nah, dude, we don't want your clothes anymore. Like we have too many. We're already wearing like shit. It's like Gucci spelt wrong. We're
I
good.
went to the Papa Roach concert. This is $45.
Right.
Jesus.
I mean,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. But like, like you can't protest something while at the same time,
No.
like that's like protesting a strip club while you play with a titty. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No.
I
hate making.
I hate when they objectify women.
Like, what are you doing? Like, men are horrible. Motorboat. Sorry.
All right, well, we got Buddy. We got Buddy already starting a dumpster fire. We're good. We're good now. I think we're ready to rock. So,
all right, are we ready
as
to
you
rock?
can see, Dan, I put a lot of work into the script. So,
yes. So we're gonna go over conspiracy. Last week we covered the Lizard Man, and clearly figured out that the Lizard Man was not a thing. Buddy and I and Houston came up with that conclusion. And while I was looking for more stuff, I came across this beast that supposedly terrorizes people in Wisconsin. It's like the beast of Bray Road or Ray Road. I'm going to play the video and then we're going to talk about it.
I'll Google it.
shout out to everybody.
The Beast of Bray Road is one of the cryptids that I think actually could be real. Now, there have been over 300 plus sightings in Wisconsin, Northern Illinois, and Iowa alone. And this comes from credible witnesses who have no reason to make this stuff up. So for me, there's something definitely being seen in Wisconsin. Now, the epicenter of sightings comes along Bray Road. And this story specifically comes from Elkhorn, Wisconsin. There was this man named Lindy. Lindy said one night he's driving with a couple friends along Bray Road. He was being followed by another friend in a separate car. And as they're making their way down Bray Road, he said, there was about a foot of snow covering the sides of the road. And he said, just remembered it being very cold and very eerily quiet. And as they're making their way down Bray Road, he said out of the corner of his eye, he's seen something run across this field. And he said it was very large, like a bear. So he tells his friends, hey, did you see that? Like, what was that? And his friends are like, we didn't see anything. Like, what are you talking about? As they are discussing this, the car all of a sudden fishtails and goes into a ditch. Well, he swears up and down that something hit the vehicle and caused it to slide into this ditch. But his friends are like, no, that's impossible, man. Like, you just slipped on some ice. So they get behind this car and they're trying to push it out of the ditch. The other friend in the other car is sitting there waiting. And for about 15, 20 minutes, they're trying to push this thing out. Well, he started to get like a really weird feeling, like they weren't alone, like they were being watched. So he tells his friends, like, we'll come back here tomorrow and get the vehicle. Like, something's not right. Let's get out of here. So they get in the other friend's car and they're getting ready to leave. When they look over, and standing about 20 feet from where they were pushing the car is this 7-foot tall, large looking werewolf like creature. And they said it had the snout of a dog. It had these long pointy ears. It had bright yellow eyes, and it had arms that reached all the way down to the ground. And they said this thing was just kind of, standing there, slightly moving. It turned and then it ran off into the woods. They take off, get out of there. The next day, when he came back to get his car, he said there were all these strange footprints in the snow leading into the woods. So what do you think? Is the Beast of Bray Road real?
You better have some more on it than that.
Dude,
I know.
I'm on Wikipedia and found better shit than what
my dude
I'm from
told
Wisconsin.
The story speaks
So-
at less words a minute than I type. That is terrible.
so
I type
so-
like 30
so-
words a minute.
That's like some
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
our versus
so-
brewing company would do.
So
Yeah. So there's more videos on that. I sent that to Chris. I don't know. Sorry to the audience about the volume. Our fake Asian in the background had some technical difficulties,
the
so
volume
I'm
and
streaming
the
the
fact that
show.
you managed to
Yeah,
get a
the white
whole
guy
video,
showed up in him. The Asian part needed to show up so he could fix his
Yeah,
electronics.
you managed to get a whole video on the screen and not have any part of the video that actually told any of
That's
the
not my
story.
job, though.
Like,
So it was
I
prepped
felt like I
for
was
me. It was
listening to
prepped
a
for me, and I'm
story.
supposed to just hit play, dude.
I feel like
But
I
anyway,
was listening
buddy,
to a story
you're
from
just
the
hired to
Tim
talk.
Allen
Buddy,
show.
let me speak. Like, so anyway, this is kind of like something similar to what we covered last week. There's been 50 to 60 sightings of this supposed werewolf that walks around over there and fucks shit up and destroys stuff. Then looking at it a little bit later on, obviously researching a little bit, I found that they actually sell shirts and cookies now in that area as well that speak about the werewolf. So that's probably the explanation. I'm into all the craziness, but no tinfoil hat on this one. It was probably just like a bear that scratched up the vehicle. I do not believe in the wolf or werewolf that was, terrorizing that area. So 100% did not happen. It was just a big thing to bring more people to that area of Wisconsin to do whatever, but didn't happen. 0%.
Yeah.
Didn't
Have you
happen.
guys ever do you know Ryan? And I'm gonna butcher his last
Dan,
name.
it's your take anyway. If this is a true story, if this is a bunch of bullshit.
No,
So
well, I'm not from Wisconsin, but I would say Ryan. So Ryan and Ryan's last name Langerin. I forgot. He's gonna kill me. He's in Wisconsin. He's a Wisconsin veteran, Army guy. God.
A veteran of what?
Huh?
A veteran of what?
A veteran of what? The food
Not a
service
veteran of
industry?
the beer industry.
Calm
He's
down,
a
buddy.
veteran of the U.S. Army.
Hashtag real vet.
Yes, Ryan is really big in Wisconsin though. So, but he's a Wisconsin kid. I'll have to forward you on his information, man. He's actually someone you should have on the show, but B, he could definitely probably, I bet, since he's a Wisconsin
yeah,
kid.
supposedly this happened in the 1980s. There's news articles about it, in the paper and stuff. Kind of just like the lizard man that we talked about last week. Yeah, I don't believe it. I don't think it's a thing.
Farva. Yeah, he's Farva 11 Bravo on Instagram.
All right, we'll have to look him up. So Dan, did it happen? Yes or no? Simple. No. Bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Awesome. Perfect. Buddy, what you got?
I think similar to last week.
Yeah, for sure.
I think what we are finding is that we could make a tour of the U.S. for a
We'll
certain
probably
amount of
find a
money.
beast everywhere.
That would be go from one, the lizard man to fucking
Alligator guy in Louisiana.
The swamp thing up to Wisconsin and
crab man in Maryland. Probably
the werewolf.
Yeah.
You could probably make a pretty fair chunk of change making a tour of that, and it could be a good time. If you can make a drinking game out of it. If you see one, you get to take a couple shots or something.
For
if you
sure.
don't, I guess that'd probably be better because
I bet I could AI that the 50 states of the mysterious creatures of each state or something.
Oh yeah. Oh, and make like a little like a card, and then you could go like check it off, and you get a free drink at like a brewing company,
Right?
with at the card.
Yeah.
You know? And then you could be a veteran of the whole loop.
You can be a veteran of anything, right?
You really can't be a veteran at almost anything.
I'm a veteran of the pens. Veteran of pens.
Veteran pen user.
There you go. So
I have a government issued pen, so definitely a veteran of the pen.
Yeah. That also works.
Good thing I wasn't in when Doge was around, because they'd find out I took this. And then
this is recorded.
He's screwed.
So
this is recorded.
Nick, you're from Wisconsin. Have you ever heard of this supposed werewolf?
No. The only reason that I'm going to say this isn't real, because I do believe in werewolves. They exist, but
my drink. All right.
Yeah, it's like we all know it's true. Because I mean, you can't prove that they don't exist. So
that's the math.
That is a strange logic.
Nice cup, buddy. Nice cup. I like your cup.
I noticed. Walmart. What's up?
But I don't buy the shirts and the the swag,
cookies and
trying to get people to come to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Right. Nobody knows anything about Wisconsin. The only people that want to come to Wisconsin are hunters and fishers. It's literally like the eighth. I think it's like one of the 8th leading tourist states in the country because of how much hunting and fishing is up there. But it's so again. I think we have so many hunters up there. We would have shot a werewolf by now in Wisconsin. I don't think that they exist there.
I mean, but
that's why I don't believe. That's why I don't believe in Bigfoot either. I think Bigfoot, we would have already found him, or we would have shot him.
We know that Bigfoot
going down a rabbit hole.
I got a buddy.
I'm not trying to...
Austin Legg. Austin's like a Bigfoot
fanatic. Yeah.
An enthusiast. I think that's what they call him.
A veteran of Bigfoot hunting.
Big feet.
Yeah, there's like conferences.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, they had a what? How many seasons did that show make it on the History or National Geographic with Bigfoot hunters? It was like 8 seasons. And I'm like, how do people keep watching this?
Yeah.
What's super funny is
I did.
I watched it every now and then, but it was the same theory or the same script every show. Okay, guys.
Just some dude running out in the woods making sounds.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go out into the woods. All right.
I like the one. My favorite one is
when we hear something, jiggle the camera and then run.
They were in the Appalachians, and they were playing humpback whale noises on speakers.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what they heard.
I think because there's that one video that's floating around too, which I think is turned out to be fake. I think the most, and not to get too much off course, but the most realistic was, I think it was like the medical guys that got the footprints, right? And they actually have some serious footprints that then they went and got tested and stuff and found some hairs on it, and it was footprints that they couldn't match with a bear or whatever. And that happened here somewhere in the U.S. if I'm not mistaken. So who knows? Maybe.
Well, the ones where they go
missing link, bro,
into the Appalachians and they start doing wild shit there in the middle of the night. Nah, I got no interest in going into the.
Well, now you're fucking with the spirit world, and I believe in all of that shit.
No, you're fucking with Boomhauer. That's who you're fucking with.
That place. Nah, there is some weird shit going on there, and I don't know if it's paid or not. But
it's in the safety briefing ranger school in Mountain Phase. Hey, don't wander off because this is the Appalachians.
Yeah,
just disappear.
The Hills Have Eyes too is a horrible movie. It scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
The dude comes up out of that porta potty in the desert. Oh no, I'm done.
Yeah,
no, forget about it. Yeah, done.
So Nick, it didn't happen.
We triggered somebody.
Yeah, not in Wisconsin.
We got everybody in the chat. What's up, everybody? My brother. Yeah,
everybody saying
hi. Yeah.
My name is Tanner, and I'm triggered. That is true. Tanner's
doing some really good stuff, though, man. I still owe you that video, Tanner, that you sent me. I'm gonna throw it up on TikTok later. But
I didn't know he sent me 3 of them. I didn't know which one he wanted to release, and then I think he finally did. He is completely going after KBR, and
good for him.
Tanner will get triggered, but he usually doesn't make a stink about it. And so now that he's making a stink, he doesn't usually become a pansy, as the Big Earl would say, right? He's triggered, but not a triggered pansy. But he's making a stink about this. So I think there might be something to it. You know,
He's very passionate about it. And the video
Might
is
be
fucking
something
fire,
to
dude.
KBR being a horrible organization that takes advantage of war
The
and
people?
government and has been doing it since Vietnam. Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
What?
Weird.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Have fun fighting that one. Like,
Mm.
those dudes are like, they've had presidents in their pocket since Johnson.
Yeah. Like it's.
I think if enough
might die,
attention is
Tanner.
brought to
You
it,
might die.
then maybe a change can happen. You know?
Yeah. No, I'll definitely get that.
Because now, like,
instead,
and Tanner mentioned when he was on our show too, like PCS season, like it's coming up. So the horror stories are about to, like, you're gonna hear a lot of shit. You know, like it's gonna get really bad.
That
And
was
then hopefully
actually a
our friends
crazy
like
episode. It was a
WTF
crazy
expose them. Like, what's that?
Oh,
That was like a mind blowing show. It was crazy to me that we're even at that
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Right.
yeah. Dan, are you tracking all the drama around PCS movement now?
No, what?
So the KBR won like a $20 billion contract
Government
or whatever.
bid, yeah.
And Tanner will explain it better, but it's all of the mid-level companies that used to move your stuff,
Right.
they're out. So like you're literally getting dudes from like Home Depot, from the back of Home Depot, and they're throwing all your shit to U-Haul, and it's gone. Like,
and we have like,
so-
pictures. We have like pictures on how they pack this shit. And then, like, from what Tanner was saying, they don't even call, or like it used to be like, you know, you'd like FaceTime them through your house, or they would come like a week prior and walk through your house and do measurements.
I had a beautiful experience every time I PCS.
Same here. Like, this table is an antique table. It's from my great grandmother. Like, please, you know, like, and now they
We
don't
had
even
to
do
hide
that
it in her butt when the Germans took over. Just so you know.
can't even like you can't even contact them, right, Nick? What's it? You're not even allowed to contact them?
My last PCS is 6 years ago. So I PCS from Oklahoma City down here to San Antonio.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, real quick, the only thing missing was like my gym equipment. Like they packed everything, but like the barbell and the weights were missing.
It's too heavy. You're lifting heavy shit.
Yeah. They were like, no, we can't take this. It's staying at the house.
So you should do CrossFit instead.
Where he took it, they did. They took it out. They're like, oh, we need this.
Yeah,
we need this.
We gotta get our lifters or our people that are moving stuff have to do some training.
Yeah.
But he was saying that like KBR did the bid, but then like you have to get the price that like you're normally supposed to get.
Right.
Well, they said they could do it for like 75% of that or something, like crazy amount, and then so everybody, like, even if you if you do your own move, you're getting 25% of what you would have gotten. So like dudes are having to come out of pocket $1,500 to move themselves because the military tells them to move. It's like, fuck, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's
shit. Well,
you're a specialist and you got to move.
Have to have them on again and go over all of it.
You're done.
Yeah, and then the good thing, WTF Moments is on it too, so they got them on it.
I saw that.
Yeah. So they'll work it for once they're doing something good. That's right, Spanky. I'm talking about you.
Those guys.
What about like Task and Purpose?
Are you still triggered by that one dude?
Yeah.
Tell Task and Purpose, man. I want to see that guy do a story on that.
Yeah, we can for sure. But I'll do a quick book of roll. I haven't got to do one in a while. So I've been giving the mic to Buddy too often, and seeing is that
you haven't been here very often.
Yeah, it's true.
Everybody's got track meets. And
too many track meets. Well, today the track meets at 7:00 at night, so it's an invitational near Pasadena. So I'll be going out there after this, which is why I'm not drinking my delicious 10th Mountain Bourbon. Big shout out up there. Not drinking that today because I got to go out on a track event.
Or are we gonna?
You can. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, you can. We usually get pretty tossed up on the show, but I gotta go.
Thin Blue Lines. She's
Thin
Michelle.
Blue Lines.
Yep. Thin Blue Lines.
We'll have to do a tasting on the show. Get us connected.
We will.
She's a Marine Corps veteran, and her husband's retired law enforcement out of California.
Oh, nice. Oh, I'll have to see if I can link up with them.
I do like great shoots every now and then.
Yeah, I am pretty Hollywood now. I was invited to the premiere of Warfare.
If it's got a skull on it,
you know it's good.
It's good.
You know it's good,
right?
It's definitely a veteran-owned company, not a veteran of the food service, but a veteran of something else.
We're gonna get to that in a little bit.
I love it. It's cranking. It's building up. It's building up.
a little choo-choo.
I'll do a quick book of Earl, but it might create some controversy with some chat here. But you know, this book of Earl comes from chapter 7, verse 4, and it's "Thou shalt not bear false witness on the knowledge of security." Right.
Oh, this will be fun.
And
Dave, turn your shit off.
I'm listening. I already talked to several people in the intel world about
mad.
this, so I'm listening.
As the story breaks out that we're unveiling these war plans to Yemen, as you know, the left is looking for any reason to get super excited right now, other than blowing up Teslas. So just really clear case point. Was it careless what they were doing? Well, yeah, obviously, right?
I can agree with that.
And we can get into all of the reasons that shouldn't have happened. And this is where I think this could be the conspiracy, but I think this, you know, it was just stupid. It's so stupid it happened. Like, it's so dumb. And I keep trying to tell people, like, and I was talking to a movie writer the other day, and he was like, the problem with writing movies, especially about the military, is when dumb shit happens, it's like, it's really just dumb shit. There is no, like, well, I don't know. Somebody didn't check that and it blew up. Like, fuck it. You know, like, it's just something dumb. So it is dumb enough. And when you read the text threads before they started getting deleted, it's literally like just two bros talking. And it was pretty fun to read. However, I want to bring up the word, and I always say this about the conspiracies, is how Hollywood desensitizes us to things. And Hollywood, you know, they use the term classified as if classified is a classification. It's not, right? And I said, some of you need to go back to the E5 sergeant board where they ask you this question. All right, what are the levels of classification and what do we do with them? But that being said, I want to go back in history, back in time, to when, you know, I was part of a leak of war plans that was false when Obama announced the troop withdrawal in Afghanistan, right? The right lost their fucking minds, right? They were like, oh my God, how could you share this? And actually, he was sending over 2 task force to go over there and facilitate the retrograde. So he actually put more troops in country after he announced that, because that's what they wanted the Taliban to think, right? So they released it, right? And so, you know, you got that kind of thing going on. And then with the Hillary, you know, with Hillary, she, you know, again, she sent classified emails to a public computer over a server. And it's like, what were they classified? What were they classified as? Were they for authorized use only? Were they for, you know, eyes only? Like what were they? And then again, we do live in the United States of America, I believe. So what crime did she actually commit? Right? She might have violated a policy. She might have violated, you know, protocol, but that's not a crime. You don't go to jail for that, right? So, like, again, she's smart. She destroyed everything before she could get convicted of a crime, which is true. But again, don't bear false witness like you know what the fuck you're talking about, right? Like, and again, what plans were they releasing? That what were the Houthis going to stop it? Were they going to launch an assault on the aircraft carrier?
Right?
Yeah. And I think that was Buddy's argument when we started talking about it. It's true. Like, they ain't going to do shit. Right.
It's not
but
even.
I think my biggest thing why I was so triggered is, like, if this would have happened and like a year ago, and not you guys necessarily, but you know damn well, and I can name off plenty of names right now, they would have gone ape shit.
That's what I said. People went ape shit when Obama did it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like,
well, I just expect the people that, like, bring that same energy now. You know, like, bring that same energy now. Like, you're talking all this shit. Like, oh, now you're silent about it. I think that's what got me the most, was that all the people that, like, they just didn't say a thing. But if this would have happened a year ago, dude, like,
No.
my Facebook
You know what
feed
mine
would be
is?
blowing up. You know, and I don't comment on politics.
It's they didn't notice that guy was in the chat.
Right.
I do a group chat and I don't recognize the number. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
And that's why Nick said it was a fucking straight. That was
so dumb it happened. Like,
hey, can you get the dishwasher right and from Applebee's out of the text? Like, why'd you invite him?
Yeah.
But then people are like, it's fake news. It didn't happen. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, and that's where you got to be grounded. Where you can, if like something dumb is happening, just call it out. It's dumb. Like, you don't have to be like so far right leaning or so far left. Like, if you see something you don't agree with it, it's okay to say I don't agree with something that my party did. You know, like it's
But
okay.
here's
But
the
people
thing.
are so
Here's
like
the thing that we're like
washed and
losing sight of. The people that have all the opinions.
yeah.
They're
To
bearing
be
false
fair-
witness on classification.
Well, to put it bluntly, don't know what the fuck they're talking about anyway. How do you have a conversation about
Yeah, fair.
quote unquote
You can have an
war-
opinion though. You can have an
No,
opinion.
okay, have an opinion, but like I can't. I find it hard to have a opinion about like what a penguin dick tastes like if I've never been to the Arctic and I don't know what a fucking penguin dick tastes like, right?
But
So
if somebody
you're
asks
having,
you what is a
you're having
It's a
you know,
delicacy.
you having an opinion without having any information
Mhm.
about how that works, like talk to somebody that does and find out if what you're thinking is wrong. Like you're like taking
Sure.
your car to a mechanic and being like, well, you know,
Oh, yeah.
it's making a noise, and they say, well, yeah, it's got this problem, and you're like, well, I don't think that's what it is. Well, you don't know what you're talking about, so you don't get to have an opinion about what the problem is.
But I
The reason
WebMD'd
you
it.
have an opinion is because you don't know what you're talking about.
I went
like-
to WebMD and I Googled it.
Yeah.
Googled it.
Yeah,
told
I
me
went to
had-
Pet Boys and they told me it was the flux
Right,
capacitor.
but like I said, the fact is, like every conflict that we've had for the last probably 15 years has been the role of Signal, WhatsApp, and other encrypted applications has been not used critical. It's been critical to communicating with everybody from the top to partner forces to everyone else. Like that's how it has to be done. Now,
But you're also
I can
talking from the
agree-
ground, buddy.
yeah,
Like, you're
again,
an
I can
SF guy.
agree. I can agree that it's stupid to have like some reporter in on the chat, and not have the reporter at least understand that you can't release the information or the thread or any of that. I get it, but at the end of the day, how else would you have them communicate? Like, how else would you have them talk? Their BlackBerry? Would you have them find a talk somewhere that has like a skiff so they can?
You just
text each
dated
other
yourself with
back
the
and
BlackBerry. You dated
You know-
yourself with the BlackBerry.
Yeah, but
Well,
they're
buddy
still
was in
using
the army since
BlackBerries.
1974.
They're still
I
using
think he's got a-
BlackBerries, though.
Are they?
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah, 100%. They're still issuing BlackBerries. But
That's that Army Sergeant Major shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
but like I said,
Facts.
how would you have them communicate? And would you rather them be able to communicate real time, or would you rather them have to find a skiff somewhere and then go into a skiff?
Yeah, that's
to
fair.
text each
That's
other?
fair. I just yeah.
Like, it's just the reality of the situation is that those applications are legitimately how communications is done in real time because it's the most readily available real-time communication that you can have.
I feel
It
like they
just-
have a
it just
different
is.
type of communication though than like you're talking about SF stuff like on the ground and stuff. We're talking about like the vice
No,
fucking
no.
president.
No,
Like I
yeah.
feel like their communication channel is a little bit different than what you were dealing with when you were like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not. I don't think I personally feel that's not the same.
Clearly,
Like
it's
I
not.
just don't.
It
Because you were on
clearly
the
it's
ground, brother. Like
Here
you
we
were.
go.
It's different. You know what I'm saying?
It's not
Like-
different, Dave. Like it's
I
not.
don't know.
It's okay to just say
I do know.
maybe the
and that's what
reporter
I'm
from the
telling
Atlantic
you.
shouldn't
I
have been
do
on
know.
there.
Like
Yeah, I
do
agree
know.
with that too, Nick. I
Or
agree with
maybe
that too.
he
Yeah.
should be on there because we wanted him on there. And now
I
what is
he
the
should have
conspiracy?
stayed
We got
on
the
there.
left
Like,
going ape shit
why
over
did they
here
talk about
the
like
Atlantic.
aliens and UAPs and shit? You know, like that would have
Nobody
been
gave
exciting.
a fuck when they released it because they desensitized it to us. Like, yeah, we've seen the movie already. We know they're real. Like,
Fucking like talk about aliens or something. Fucking dumbass
Yeah.
reporter should have stayed on there a little longer.
yeah, exactly. If he was if there was a real story, he wouldn't have broke that shit for a minute. Like, he would have
Yeah.
waited and waited. Like,
And
oh, this
again-
is
I
great.
do see what you're saying, buddy. I do see what you're saying, and like Nick mentioned, maybe it's just like
And
that
again,
dude should have
like,
just not
what-
been on there. You know,
What you're
Well, that's
you're
what- yeah.
thinking of, what you're thinking of is classified might be construed as OPSEC. OPSEC and classification, two different things.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
They aren't even like, and how many times has that happened? Like, where
So,
Like, bro, MySpace was an
Rivero
OPSEC nightmare during in Iraq.
Geraldo Rivera once famously drew out the entire plan of invasion of Iraq on live national TV.
But here's the thing, though. So your E4 that does some OPSEC violation, what would you do to him?
Yeah, exactly. Well, what has
And
been
that's an amazing point.
So Pete being in charge, like does he get an Article 15? Like what happened?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Summarized, yeah.
No,
Like,
probably
and
gonna-
Dan brings up an
Trump
amazing
summarized?
point. If any of us would have done that, and like at some extent level, and we would have gotten caught, we would have been fried.
LOR, right?
Wait, hold on though. What are we saying that they would have done? Because what they did. Hold on.
The
What
fuck up
they
is just having
did.
a reporter in there.
Hold
We would
on.
have gotten fucked for sharing information with
But-
somebody who was not
Unless
in
we
the need
wanted
to
to.
know.
Yeah. A, unless we wanted to, and B, what they did was peers in the same organization. So if an E4 was talking to another E4 and said, "Hey man, we're deploying next week, or we're deploying next month. Just got the word. We're going to fucking this region." How many times did you guys ever do that? Oh shit!
Like I said, MySpace was an OPSEC nightmare.
We're going to Iraq. How many times did dudes get
Shout
on
out to Tom.
on
Tom.
Facebook
We still love you, Tom.
or TikTok or anything else and be like, "Yo, we're leaving to go here with our whole battalion is going to."
See, I knew this would start a dumpster fire, buddy. Introduce Dan.
It's good, but Dan, we maybe we do a separate show on this, and we just like do
We're gonna
like
have
a
to now.
midweek show where we just like talk about.
But the truth is that we don't do anything.
You guys
get
just proving my point.
The
Don't
truth
bear
is-
false witness. Just say I don't know what the fuck happened.
I get the last word. Fuck it. The truth is, nobody's being held accountable for whatever. It's just like, oh, this is what happened, and it's fine.
Accountable for what?
Generally,
it.
nobody's held accountable.
And he
What
didn't
are
even
you
admit
looking
to
for as
doing that. He didn't
accountability,
even
though?
admit to doing it.
He's
He
the
was
one
just
that
like, he's like, that
classifies
never
it.
happened. He fucking lied through his teeth. He said it never
literally
happened.
classified it as not classified.
Yeah.
It's declassified.
Well, he's the
unclassified.
ability to
Declassified.
I'm just
declassify
going
and/or
off of the words that
classify
came out of his mouth when he was standing in front of that plane, and he was like, "That never happened." He didn't fucking say nothing about classify. He just said that never happened. I'm
Bro,
just
he
saying.
just
I'm
flew
just
for 20
playing devil's
hours.
advocate here. Let's be real.
He's tired.
But let's get to our guest. Love you
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm
Shut up,
I'm
buddy.
doing the guest today, Dan. It's not Oregon. The H is not silent, which is sad. But Dan Horgan, he's a former TACP, the chief. I don't know what MP stands for. Marketing person
CMO.
People.
For what? Who?
for
CMO.
Black Rifle Coffee.
No. I was director of marketing operations and then the director of special projects, working for Evan.
That sounds like you killed people. Just saying, with coffee, maybe. Like lots of caffeine because it's special projects. Anyway, Dan Horgan, who was the director of marketing and special projects for the Black Rifle Coffee Company
Back in the day, not anymore, too. But I'm sorry,
previous,
Yeah.
former.
All right,
Veteran
buddy. Jesus, buddy.
Veteran of Black
Coffee.
Rifle Coffee.
Veteran of Black Rifle Coffee, also worked with the Armed Forces Brewing Company. Again, it was also a TACP. So he spent a lot of his time in the Air Force getting to be asked, like, hey, what do you do? Man, that's cool as shit, but you're not a pilot? Wow, not even a pilot. All right. Anyway,
weird.
Dan, welcome to the show. And
Welcome to the dumpster fire, Dan.
Fire, if you will.
No, you guys went heavy. You went heavy on the OPSEC and classification. That was good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big topic. My wife is still in, and we were talking about it. I mean, it's something that's like, how do you deal with it? I mean, but whatever. Like that's between them. I mean, nothing happened, right? I mean, so whatever.
What's the worst case of leaking information that we've had? It was the Snowden thing, right?
Oh, Snowden was pretty bad. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And
or who was the private that did it?
Yeah, wasn't that Snowden?
Right.
That's Snowden.
Well, and when you look at an investigation,
was he like a PFC or a specialist?
Yeah, PFC, I think.
Yeah. And when you look at an investigation, you're going to look what he typed, and then you're going to actually see like if there's documents where it's like, did he copy and paste? I mean, if you
Yeah.
copy and paste it from like a secret or a TS.
Oh, he definitely didn't copy and paste anything. That shit was like, yo, bro, you want
But it was
to
bro
drop
talk.
bombs on these Houthis or what, my homie?
Yeah.
So like I said,
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
he also gave the green light in that text and said the president said green light go.
No, he
No, he
didn't.
didn't.
That's not what he
No, he
said.
Yes.
Even what you sent, that's what he said. He said
Dude,
that we
there was
had
like more text that
a
came
green
out.
light, but the president still had a 24-hour decision window.
right.
Like,
Let's get
if
to
we
our
wanted
guest.
to.
Let's get to our
Yeah,
guest. I just wanted to have the
tell
final
us how
word
you
on
got
it.
everybody
Stop
to
saying lies.
invest in
Got you
Armed Forces
triggered.
Brewing
Not
Company.
even true.
Yeah, it's a military tribute beer company that is doing things.
Yeah, or not
No.
anymore.
Well, they're not doing things anymore.
They're not. But no, they are. All they did
Maybe.
when you read the article is close the brewery in Norfolk.
Oh, so they're still making beers?
Not in Norfolk. And I think their contract brewing company that they pissed off in Florida, I don't know if they're making it. But I heard if you read the articles, it sounds like they pissed off their contract brewing company. So I don't know where beer is getting made these days.
My mom and Guy are watching. They're invested in that company. So please tell
Yeah,
us.
so
So
yeah, a
don't
little
say like,
background.
well, let's just real quick. So they didn't invest. Okay, if they did invest, when we look at crowdfunding, it's not on the real stock market, right? And so if it's not even on the real stock market, I'm a big fan of you donated to a nonprofit at this point. And so when you're losing money, like I get it, it has a real good theme. It's just like, but they have to file documents real quick. So the SEC, there's stuff on there, and anyone that donates money and crowdfund and invests, it literally says, we don't know if we will ever be able to pay you back or when dividends could be given. We're not profitable. Now, someone could say, or I think you were saying too, maybe somebody might have said, well, a lot of companies aren't profitable at first. Yeah, I get it. It's just when is that profitability come to when you think you're getting money back? And if you don't think you're getting money back, at that point, it's a donation. And let's be real, a donation's great. Donate to a company that is going to give back to the military and veterans. But please, for the love of God, don't think you're going to 3x or 4x your investment.
Dan, for the people that are watching, it might be a little confused. Can you give us a little,
gotta get a little background.
backstory on all of this? Like on just like whatever you can talk about, right?
Generically,
Like, yeah.
Off the record.
It's a military tribute beer company that's not veteran owned.
We only have like 5,000 people watching right now.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Don't say anything classified. Dave will lose his fucking mind.
I'll go. Well, I would tell
Love
you.
you,
I mean,
buddy.
he's still the CEO. I mean, he might even be listening, right? And I don't know.
Oh, Alan's here,
and he and I we blocked each other, so we don't speak. I haven't spoken to him since 2022. Yeah. But what I would just say is, it's just like it's you gave money and you're trying to raise this, but it's just it's a business is tough, man. Like the coffee company, right, that I was with, and I'll say that, like, so Black Rifle, Evan started that in his garage, built it through, it went public. Now stock might not be well for them, but they're still the last earnings call, I think they were at like, don't quote me, like 400 million, right? So it's still at a 400 million. So I get it. Like you bought in at $10 and it's trading at $2 and some change. Understandable, but that's on the legitimate New York Stock Exchange.
Yeah.
When you give money to help a company grow, crowdfunding, right? It's not publicly traded, right? And so you're giving your money on a hope, on a thought like, man, this is like a great product. And then if it doesn't go well, which, right, so they've closed their brewery in Norfolk. which is a huge thing. And then when you read, and again, I can only speak from reading articles. They haven't paid the employees, right, their last paycheck. The veteran-owned company that they did hops with, they got some hops from a veteran-owned hop company, haven't paid that invoice, right? So I'm not a public relations expert, but I would tell you, and you guys please chime in, when you look at some public relations stuff, when we look at things we're talking about, it's like crickets. And if you care about it, if you're one of those 11 or 10,000 investors, what's the word? What are we doing?
Right. And that's what I also want to give like a little background on. Like when I saw the idea, you know, I called them up because it looked like a veteran-owned company.
Yep.
You know, they
100%.
got, you know, they got Rob O'Neill doing all these fireworks stuff, you know, and I'm sitting there like, I got to get these guys on the show and find out what they're all about.
Now, let's be real. We had a lot of fun with them on the show.
We had
Like,
a
they're
great
fucking
time with Alan. Right?
100%.
And like, I won't say what he says to me privately because that's, you know, in between us.
Sure. That's fine.
But like, you know, I told him like, Alan, we're hearing a lot of weird shit. Right. There's a lot. And he's like, when I created the event, I was like, did we get scammed? ?
Sure.
Right. I didn't say that you scammed us,
trigger.
AFB.
Yeah.
But we want to find out if we did. Like, because that's our due diligence as a company that promotes veteran-owned companies, first responder-owned companies, people that give the veteran causes. If we promote you for free and we put people down the wrong path, you know,
especially when we
but it's also our job to call. Call a spade a spade.
They go buy a beer. We told them to go. Well, we told them, and I mean, let's be honest. Like, not like it's gonna kill me money, but like I paid $500.
Well, buddy, we know
Dave's family put like $5,000-$10,000 down. You know what I mean? Which, you know, is.
Gosh, you could have gave us that money.
Yeah. Which it at the end of the
we would
day,
have had a better producer with a better video in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I would and guys, I would tell you, like, so first of all, I love the beer, right? I would tell you the cat shot, the preamble, and I hate IPAs. That special hop
it's good beer.
is probably the only IPA I could drink.
Yeah.
Right.
So I like their beer. Tastes
great.
Yeah.
So Bob's their brewer, right? I feel like it's phenomenal. You know, I think you said it, like, phenomenal concept. It was part of the problem that it's not veteran owned, right? It's not veteran owned. And it eventually they changed that on the website, right? And because now, and I would tell you, I had a lot of people, I would read comments. I would try not to get too much involved, but I would have stuff that would be like, well, the stockholders are veterans. No. If you look at BRCC, they're veteran founded now that they're publicly traded. Just because you own stock doesn't mean, and you have to own over 50%, and all your shareholders for them do not own 51%, right? So it really comes down to who. It's the who, and the who was not. And so and it just, but again, I don't even care about that point because there's a really a ton of veteran supporters. So let's just like, that's what the focus should have been. Like, it's the military support side,
right?
Buddy
brought something in the text about that, and I made a mistake with 10th Mountain whiskey when we first started the podcast. Like, you look at that bottle, look at that logo, like that's 10th Mountain. They got to be Army dudes.
Right.
So I called him up and I was like, "Hey, get on the show. We're promoting veteran-owned companies." And he's like, "Oh, we're not veteran-owned."
Yeah, he made it very clear that they're not.
And he made it very clear.
No. He makes it very clear. Okay. They're 10th Mountain because they started the community that they started 10th Mountain Whiskey in is where the 10th Mountain was originated from. And they did all their
Vail, right?
And they have that's a very big deal in the Vail community. Yeah. But they also, not only do they make that clear, that company goes above and beyond anytime they can
100%
to give back to any veteran cause that they believe is an actual
Like that, dude.
cash
Yeah.
money,
Yeah.
whether it's cash, whether it's showing up, whether it's throwing like of an event or hosting or allowing people to come in and look, like they are very open about the fact that while they're not veterans, they are a company that is attached to like the veteran community simply because they're honoring the legacy of like a unit that was made.
Yeah.
And they
But-
hire a shit ton of veterans too. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, real
Yeah, they
quick.
do.
If
And
you're
like I
watching,
said,
go
so
check out
shout out to Ryan at 10th
kentwhiskey.com.
Mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
shout out to Ryan because like I
amazing.
like Ultimate Sacrifice Foundation. We had them on the
Yep.
show. They got a guy riding a bike from Boston to San Diego, and
Yep.
we told Ryan about it. Hey, we'll be stopping in Denver. Ryan shows up in New York when we're raising money for it with bottles and bottles of their best booze. You know, like I mean, cases of it. You know, and then he's buying the uniforms. He's doing all kinds of stuff. He's a phenomenal dude. And the same thing. Like I give, and we'll get back to Dan here in a second.
Absolutely right, Linda, in the chat. But the owner is great, and they do have the best maple syrup along with the whiskey. He was great when we were there for their anniversary. Yeah, spot on.
And then
Yeah, they're
you look
amazing.
at like Grunt Style.
He's a phenomenal
Grunt
dude,
Style's
and he's honest about it.
100%.
like Grunt Style's no
He
longer
doesn't lead
veteran owned,
people
and we bust their
astray.
balls about that.
Sure.
Nope.
Yep.
Grunt Style's not veteran owned, so we bust their balls about that. But Grunt Style does tremendous shit for the veteran community still. Like they do great stuff. Like I fuck with them because they're not veteran owned, and I'm like, hey man, buy ours, we are, you know. But it's like, but no. And so getting back to Dan, I will say this about Alan because I got mad at Alan for it. I reached out to him so many times, like, hey, here's an event that you guys should be a part of. Here is something that you should definitely be a part of. This will blow your shit up right here.
Yeah.
Like you need to come out here and help out here, you know, and then nothing. And that's when I started going,
Crickets.
Yeah. If you read, there's an article and so even when we talk about generalities, just Google AFBC and current closing and stuff. And John was one of the veterans on the company, you know, like, you know, older guy as in veteran, real veteran too, but like kind of John's ever listening, John will kill me. He's a Navy veteran. Anyway, but
he's dropping all kinds of half names.
Yeah, well, he told
we got Ryan and John.
He said a lot of things of like just that though, of like I said this and we shouldn't have gone this, and you know, I mean, because if you look at the lease for that brewery, it was like $500,000 from what they reported. That's a big lease.
Yeah, well, see, I don't understand why you would.
That's significant.
That was something that kind of, even when they were talking about it on the first show, like why would you brew beer in a place that's very expensive to own property? Like you could brew it anywhere where you can get clean water.
Yep.
Like
that's why we go to China to make our shit.
Yep.
I don't understand.
But
anyway,
they don't have clean water.
You know. Yeah,
but you're absolutely right, buddy. Like, why do we pick a location like that? That's like,
well, I mean, you put your storefront in Norfolk, fine, but you brew the beer somewhere where you're not leasing a 500 square foot building or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And because again, when you look at you can go down to business, right? All the people, when you talk about EBITDA and all the crazy stuff that I've learned, like you're not making that money back and you're crowdfunding, and then with the revenue that's coming in, it's just not supporting it. It's just. So, and that's when I read a lot of the articles, you know, again, he blamed a woke mob. No, it was poor management, right? Poor revenue, really, when you want to get into those numbers. I mean,
if you're going to build a military veteran, whatever brewery, and you're worried about a woke mob,
that should not be a problem.
Norfolk, Virginia,
it's
not a place you want to build a brewery. Like,
I'll put it out right now. Call me, let me. I mean, I can't afford it. I couldn't buy it, but like, I don't know. Make me the CEO. I'd crush that.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't even know we had a company for like 6 months, and we still survived. You know, like it just.
Dan, not to get too far off topic, but a lot of people have heard your opinion on it. Tell us a little bit about your background. Like everybody's like, who's this Air Force guy on here telling us that you know this company sucks? Like, who are you? Like, tell the people that are watching. I know, but
little CMP of Black Rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, join. So I would go join the Air Force in 91, retired in 16.
That's what I was trying to get.
Several different jobs. My last job was a great job. I was a TAC P. I was a JTAC. So right? You talk about, like, I got pictures behind me. That's Invader Girl stuff. And then that's Matt Rendar. If you're on IG, you like their stuff, dropping bombs. Was a Baltimore City detective, so narcotics for about 7 years, 03 to 10. Came down, so my wife is still in, so I get to be a military spouse, but we're in San Antonio. We moved down here about 6 years ago, PCS, about 6 years ago to San Antonio, got on with Black Rifle. And that was my job. If you're a Game of Thrones fan.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I have a pin, you can see it right there. So I have actually the hand, right, from the Game of Thrones. So that was my role, right? So I worked for Evan, and then Tom and Matt and JT and Logan and Richard and the whole crew. Really got to be involved with them. Evan moved back to Salt Lake, moved over a little bit more to the marketing side. So I did all the events. So if you went to a coffee shop grand opening, that was this guy, to the archery events that we did, to all the sponsorships and partnerships. To when they created their nonprofit, the BRCC Fund was around, for that. 2022, we went public. And so it was the summer of 22. After we went public, I just, I kind of saw a little bit of the corporate culture coming, resigned, and then just kind of went on. And I resigned and I went to the beer company, which I won't name, but went to the beer company to be their CMO.
Nice.
And so I was their chief marketing officer for that beer company for 67 days before I resigned.
Yeah.
And it was just a little bit of a headache of, hey, I want the 2015 bikini snap humor, right? Which was cool back in 15. I love some of the humor, but I'm more into a little bit more of the lifestyle, like photography, and videography now, that kind of is into that storytelling. Right. I can be immature.
We all can.
It's just, yeah. Right. So it is what it is. And then that's what I've been doing these past 3 years. I've kind of been with, bouncing around for some nonprofits and some other companies. And I would secretly tell you, right, I'm the LinkedIn guru.
You are.
People laugh about, but I got a job offer on Friday, and so on Monday, I'm actually starting a job on Monday.
Oh,
were you doing something for
being the director of marketing?
Were you doing something for Warriors for the Outdoors?
Warrior Bonfire Program.
Okay, yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yep, Purple Heart recipients. Yeah, they take Purple Heart recipients on outdoor, kind of like a 5-day, retreats. Yep.
Yeah. So,
and then with Damon, was working with Damon for the SOF missions, right, for his clinic out of Tampa. Yep.
Yeah. So if you guys follow Dan on LinkedIn, remember Horgan, not Oregon. Follow Dan on LinkedIn, and again, he's always in the mix, and that's why I wanted to get him on the show. And then I knew he had his hands in a company that we won't name for a little bit. So I wanted to find out, hey, this guy knows a lot of stuff about veteran companies, veteran nonprofits. We have a pretty awesome network here at VTT that's because of promoting these companies for an hour when we do it. But you're in the weeds. You were in there starting some of these companies and helping these companies. So your opinion is very important to us. So yeah, I appreciate you sharing it. Yeah, so
sure,
keep rocking and rolling.
Yeah, no, and it's right. Even when I talk about these guys, I have no investment. There's nothing. Michelle, right? What she's the.
Wait, you know what? Just go ahead. Pitch it.
Thin blue lines. I mean, thin blue lines. I have nothing other than they sent me these, and I have not tasted them. So I would tell you, I have not tasted them.
Let's get them on the show.
Well, you could say it doesn't.
I mean, pop the cork and take a sip. Let's do it. What are we doing?
But she is a veteran, military veteran, and then her husband was a law enforcement. I believe he was a sheriff, retired.
Nice.
And they're out in California, right? I mean, and they're putting together, cool logos, right? And it's wine from California. I'm gonna bet it tastes great. But again, they're not, they probably do need investors. So if anyone's looking at investors, I don't know, but they're not doing the crowdfunding, and crowdfunding does work, but it's on real quick on the marketing and branding side. You have to build a community.
Sure.
You have to build people who believe before you start shoving down their throat, buy. And when you do that, that's what kind of happens. Yeah.
Nice. No, that's really, really, really good advice.
Yeah,
And
we
no,
should get them on the show. Nick,
yeah,
you
connect
should
with them.
get connected with them. Yeah.
I get you. I get you.
Yeah, and if they're out here, we can go up there and do a podcast from where, like, their location. We'll do that too. It'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, but no.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, yeah. Hey, and I know Ryan's probably watching, or he will. I mean, Ryan Allen is watching, and he's probably, or he'll watch it later. Again, hey, you have my phone number, man. Anytime you want to come on and tell the community what's going on. I know that you're waiting on some legal stuff, you said, but like, hey, just let me know. Let me know. And
don't. So as a cop, don't get me started on criminal charges. Okay.
Should we keep going? No.
What are you gonna? I mean, who are you charging? You're gonna charge for defamation of character or something? Like, it's just like whatever, dude. Like, that's. How about let me know if you paid your employees their last paycheck?
Interesting.
That'd be great.
The
to know.
line has been drawn. It is in the sand.
Is this the line in the sand right here?
Yeah.
Is it?
There it is. No, hey, Dan, thanks a lot for coming on, man. I've been nice. I follow a lot of you.
Thanks for having me, guys.
And it's awesome to have you on. It's kind of like a little Ranger man crush. I'm like, I gotta get Dan on the damn show. I finally commented once.
Yeah, Nick was pretty pumped.
It was.
Nick,
you had
Nick
Damon.
messaged me. He's like, I got Dan. He's a big deal. He's coming on, man. He's a really good guy. So yeah. When Nick says that, it's like, what? Really? Wow. Okay.
I am not. I am literally. How old are you guys? What's the age?
I turned 44 today.
Probably the oldest, right?
I'm 47.
27.
Yeah.
53 MFers. I'm 53.
Well, you got me when you said you joined the Air Force in '91. I was in high school.
I thought that was still the Army Air Corps back then.
I was 10. Yeah. I was 10.
Yeah. So no, it's good.
I appreciate it. Yeah. So,
and if Alan is listening, I mean, he has my number. I mean, I'd love to talk to him.
Oh, great. No,
it sounds like that conversation would go well.
and it sounds like the guy that's banging Dave's mom can write it off on his taxes as a loss. So, guy, just write it off on your taxes. It's a depreciated asset now at this point in time. So,
buddy, sell now.
Yeah, buddy, sell now. I'll buy your share. I'll buy your shares for $60, buddy. You never know.
The advice that Dan gave earlier, like if you're crowdfunding, just it's a donation. I knew that when I gave it. I was like, oh, how much money do I not give a shit about right now? I'll do that.
How much money would I not care if I lost in blackjack? 500.
A lot of people say when they lose. Yeah.
How's your Bitcoin doing?
Buddy, you're giving the AAR. We're waiting on you, man.
We're
I know you've been hangry because you've gone 4 days without eating or drinking, and you've been very hostile in the last couple of days, and we care about you, dude.
But been fine. Yeah,
you've not been hostile.
I did just do the 100-hour fast, and I was not hostile until
Nick, was Buddy not being hostile?
He was very hostile.
I gotta go pee.
Can I go not hostile. Anyway, all right. Here's the AAR so that Dan can go pee. All right. By the way, Dan, just in closing, if you ever get a job offer at a company that works for like X Hub or whatever, you should definitely change your name to Dan H. Organ. And when they're like, what's the H stand for? Like, huge. Yeah. Just saying.
Rebranding.
Yeah, just saying.
It's never too late.
Anyway, so today, AAR for the show. If you don't know the difference between a top secret, and secret, or TSSCI, shut your fucking mouth. You don't know what you're talking about when you're giving your opinion on leaked information. Anywho, let's see. Beware of crowdfunding. Oh, where's the wolf in Wisconsin? We don't know. Everybody's looking for this wolf. Nobody knows where the wolf is. Everybody's yelling werewolf. I don't know. No one knows where this wolf is, but you can get a T-shirt in Wisconsin.
Elkhorn,
and cookies.
Yeah, I would get a T-shirt that said werewolf and then point down. That's where the wolf. Rawr, it'll get you. Arr, you can make little noises whenever it comes out. Go pee. Rawr.
I have to pee.
That's what I'm saying. Anyway, beware. And we had Dan Oregon on who said, beware of crowdfunding. You're giving a donation. And, maybe dig into the company that you're giving your money to before, and then watch the choices that they make. Could work out, could not work out, but a lot of businesses fail. The one that we were talking about just happened to fail from bad decision making, and maybe anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyways,
we'll see. Let's see. That's it. That's all I got. David, the rest of it's yours, and then Dan can go pee. Rawr, rawr, rawr.
And Dan, stay on. We'll talk after the show. I'm gonna run this outro.
Pee.
Yeah.
He's 55 years old.
I will. Let me go pee though.
yeah, we'll run that. We'll run the out thing, and then you can come back.
Yeah. Hey,
Boom.
if you tuned in late, go check out VeteranTrashTalk.com. That is our website that has links to everything where you can watch and listen. Go to YouTube, Veteran Trash Talk. Give us a subscribe and a like because we are shadow banned on YouTube. Go to shop.veterantrashtalk.com. That has all of our merch. You can buy these awesome shirts. Today I'm wearing Stronger Than Hate. And we'll catch you guys next Saturday. Love y'all. Faceman VTT out.